Because like I said, we are in this together. I'm not up here talking to you. We're having a conversation. And it looks like, it's like, in the world, this is like the mind wants to kind of compartmentalize and do things like, oh, well, Betty's up there giving the talk. I'm not. I'm not up here giving the talk. I'm up here opening up to the source that I receive based on you being here in this family. So there is this joining that is happening. Join with me in my willingness to be up here to talk and have a conversation with you, and you and I become one. We become the process and the source of this conversation. So you may be listening to me, but I'm listening to you. And I'm trusting and knowing that we're called to be the one, to be the presence of love, to be love itself. And it's a choice that we make to join in this conversation. It's a choice that we make to join in the creative process, that creative force that we spoke about in the daily word. It's in this joining that creation occurs. And what happens with creation is there's no way to not do it. You can't not be love. You can't. And it's really funny because we try a lot, don't we? So, if we can't not be love, then what the heck is going on here? Well, this is just, something that I think about. And I realize now that all the times that I have judged or thought that something or someone or some event or some piece of history should have been different, when I do that, I have distorted the concept of being love. Every time I have a contraction, a withdrawal from this connection, from the joining that happens, this is the symbol of the joining between this one and this one. So everything is like a reflection of a metaphor. My joining with you is joining with God. My joining with myself is my willingness to actually experience and have the most amazing time expanding the largest container I can be to receive. The love that is me, as me, in me, the love doing me. When I have a moment of forgetting, you can feel it. Do you guys know that? You remember, you know how you forget and you're out there and something happens and it's like, that it's like this physical, and that's what's so cool. The body is a feedback mechanism to help us see where we are, if we're on path or off path. And let me tell you something. This is funny too. Hold on, you guys, we're going for a ride, right? So on path and off path, there is no off path. There's no off path. You know how I said, try to not be love? Try to not be on the path. We're taught that we might not be on the path. But that's a teaching, that's a worldly teaching that we're not on path. You go to the love in you when you think you're off path, and you want to know what you'll hear? You'll hear a voice that assures you that this is a learning process. This is an experience that you may be giving yourself to expand your vehicle, to expand your ability to receive love in order to be the fullest love that you can be. So being off path is actually a wedding stone for extending and learning and growing into the much larger container of love that you are. So all of these little blips, and I was thinking of burps, sorry, but you know. Blips, burps, any little contraction, there are so many words to say the same thing, and we're all just saying the same thing. I have so much stuff up here that I want to share with you guys, and I don't have to say any of it. I don't have to really show you any of it because I am it. And what's really weird, well, it's not really weird, but what's really cool, okay, I'll change my word. What's really cool is that you're it. That you are this book. You are this book. All that you are is the title. And it's written by Mary. And we don't know Mary who, because it's only written by Mary. I'm going to read you something out of it. And I want you to know that what I'm reading to you are your words. They're my words. They're our words. Because when we join at this highest place of being, the law of being is when you embody it, when you encompass it, when you are it, when you cannot not be something. And if God created us in the likeness of God, and God is love, I am love, I cannot not be love. Even when I think I'm in my dark, shadowy corner, wondering what the heck happened, I am having an experience of what it's like to choose again for love. I am giving myself an experience of finding out what it's like to feel like and to believe that I deserve love. So I can be in this kind of shadowy place as a way to expand and express my true creation. All of a sudden, there is no off path. I love it. It's a fail-safe world. All things join together for good. For those who love. And there's only those who forget that they're loved. It doesn't mean they're not loved. They're still loved. They're always going to be loved, but they may have forgotten. And that's the blip, the burp, the you know what, the contraction. And we're here reminding each other that no matter what your surface mind thinks, because it's the surface that does all those funny things that makes us forget. But if you're willing to go deeper than that surface, you will find the truth that is true always. That you are loved, you are lovable, and you are loving. And that will never change no matter what you think, no matter what you experience, no matter where you are, no matter what you see, no matter who is doing what to you. None of that will change. It's our choice. It's our mindset to practice remembering. So I said I was going to read something, and did you see how I did a big U-turn somewhere else? That happens a lot for me. I have come to accept who I am and love who I am exactly as I am. And I am calling each one of us, and you've already heard the call, and you know that's your work too. Because in that complete acceptance of self, I am completely in love with you. You know that. And all we need to do is be a ripple. To ripple, ripple, ripple. I have so many fun things here, you guys. Okay. Love is not simply an emotion. It is the creation. It is the feeling within you of awareness, of ecstatic oneness with God. It is the knowledge that you are so much more than you have suspected in the past. You are so much more. We are so much more. Love is all that you are, and when you can know this beyond doubt, when you know beyond the shadow of a doubt that you are love, and that's all you are. That's it. I'm talking, that's simple. No, nothing attached. Nothing hanging out there. I don't care what you think it looks like. It's love, loving itself. The best that it knows how in that moment, given the circumstances. And if we're willing to align with that truth, the law of being, then watch the repercussions in your material world. Watch the adjustments in your daily activities. Watch the response from others. These things will seem like miracles to you. For miracles are simply actions resulting from a concentrated application of the awareness of love. Don't you love that? The concentrated application, like orange juice concentrate. I'm thinking of like, ooh, like where you really get that. So concentrated that it blows everything out. Well, that's what we're looking for. The channel of power, the magnetic current, is love, permeating your Earth's atmosphere all the time, you guys. All the time. When you pick up the newspaper and when you look at the media stuff, do you know that nothing has changed? That love is permeating our Earth's atmosphere all the time? We're just in the process of shifting our focus. So if you all of a sudden don't experience love's concentration permeating our Earth's atmosphere, it's just because you're focused on something else. That's all. It seems like a big deal, but it's not. And if we're willing to cut ourselves some slack, and if we're willing to be in the classroom, if we're willing to learn and be in the classroom, then this is, oh my gosh, this is heaven on earth, and this is what we're actually being called to do and be and see and live, this truth. The channel of power, the magnetic current, is love permeating your Earth's atmosphere, constantly making itself known to you through your body if you will give it your attention. So this is the vehicle, the body's the vehicle of this constant energy coming through. Love is impersonal, and yet it's the most personal thing you can know. I love paradoxes. If you're not into paradoxes, this is going to be a rough road, I would say. Spirituality and this whole journey, because the whole journey is about remembering the truth of the one, the union, the unity, the reunion principle of us and God, of being one with God and one with good. And yet we're in a world where it looks like everything's separate. And the truth is that it really is not separate. Like this idea that love is impersonal. When you get to agape love, there's those kinds of loves. It's like the first one is the philia, eros, agape, and the first one is storge, something strange like that. See, I actually did a preparation. I did. I really prepared. Now, whether I get to any of that, that's a whole other story. But I lost my train of thought. Here we go. See what happens when I try to follow a script? Love is a giving. Love is a sharing. And beyond that, far beyond that, it is awareness. For awareness, once accomplished, does not require a physical action. It does not require that you hold out your hand with a gift in it, or that you open your mouth and emit words of kindness. For awareness is the state of being. The state of being is the activity of expressing God, and the activity of expressing God is simply knowing love is you, your love. So this book is powerful, powerful, powerful. Love loves you back. What I focus on increases. So I was laughing about, I was having the best week. If I could every day think that I was going to stand up in front of you guys and give a talk on being love, every day if I believed that if I said, okay, today I'm giving my talk on being love for my family here at Unity Brentwood, do you know that my life would transform into the most unbelievable thing? It already is kind of like that, but even more so. Because as I focused on doing this, the last few days of my life have been fairly unbelievably profound with acts of loving kindness, with demonstrations of love, with connection, with union. I had a solicitor call, and I don't usually answer the phone, but I answered the phone and I could tell it was a solicitor. And it was so fun to watch my surface reaction and then go deeper and then and listen to this person and let them tell me what they needed to tell me. And then for me to respond with love. Because I'm doing, that's why I hang out here, you guys. This is how I need to do my life all the time. And I got to be here in order to go home and pick up the phone to the solicitor. And instead of jumping into the surface reactionary part, I go deeper. You guys have taught me this. I go deeper and I remember there's another piece of me. This is another piece of love that's calling me on the phone. They think they're doing something else, but they're really, they think they're trying to get me to buy something, but no, I know the truth of this person. They're me. They're part of me, and they're no different than the love in me. The love is in them too. So I let her talk, and I said, thanks so much, but we're just, we're really not going to do any of this right now. And she said, thank you so much. You have been so kind. I so appreciate your consideration and your pay. It was like she was so grateful that I just let her talk and said thank you, but no thanks. I didn't do anything. I just loved her. I let her be who she was. Do you know the biggest gift we can give ourselves is to let ourselves be who we are? And that means in all of our warts. Because those warts are the warts in me are what leads me back to the truth and the glory in me. There's no darkness. The darkness is the way back to memory, to remembering. And so I'm in love, and I'm going to stop now because we're running out of time. And I want to read one last thing that I wrote. There's so many beautiful things to read and to do, and I had been blessed way beyond what I thought was possible. Because you know why? Because I hang out here. I hang out with people that choose love, that choose the mindset, that know there's a whole bunch of other things to choose from. But all the methods and all the pathways that we go, all the places that we go, they all lead back to the same place. And if we can get it right here, right now, just like that, everywhere we go, love, be the presence of love. Guardians of Being. Great book. Animals. Go to nature. Go to the animals. They will tell you how to be here now. And when we're being present, if we're really being present, you cannot experience love. And there's a million different words for love, I was writing all kinds of things. So many wonderful opportunities to love and to be loved. And the most important thing is that you're lovable. If you forget that you're lovable, then you need to remember who made you. You need to remember where you came from. Because sometimes we get lost. We get lost in the shuffle. We get lost in the surface. The world has lots of rock and roll in the surfaces, And it's a choice. Call me if you forget. I will tell you. And my number is 925-890-4418. Because you know what? Because if you forget and you call me, when I remind you, that's how I remember myself. This is a we program. You hear that in other places. So anyway, all right. Well, I'm just going to give myself my talk when I go home because I liked it so much and I don't know where most of it went. But so anyway, in closing, I did a little inner listening, and I like to read a little bit in closing. So I was like, be loving? How? Be the God that you are. Embody me. Live me. Breathe me. Encompass me. When you get lost, be grateful. This seeming absence of light or shadow is your wedding stone. It is your disciple. It is your teacher, your best friend, in returning to a more expanded experience of me, of love. Eventually, you will not need the shadows anymore. Eventually, when this happens, you will see you will always be just love, just love. You will always be just me. And so it is. And so you are.